Yeehaw, ladies and gentlemen. California love. That's where the fuck we're at. Talk to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen. California knows how to do it right. That's a classic. I think I played it once before on the pod, but sometimes when it's that good, you play it twice, Brandon. You play it fucking twice. And this time, I'm not going to have any issues because I've done some troubleshooting already, Brandon. And I don't have to go back and edit the fucking video. And if you hear some pounding upstairs from this apartment that I'm living in, it sounds like a meat hammer might be getting smacked around up there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hearing some things. So, welcome back to the TA Certified Podcast. This is week 3 in the NFL. We've gone through 2 weeks in the NFL. There's been some interesting wins. There's been some interesting losses. Some things we were like, that team's, we're giving that speech. They are who we thought they were, right? Some teams they are who we thought they were, and other teams who we're still kind of figuring out. Okay, we're still kind of figuring out a little bit, Brandon. I landed at another 3-2 week last week. That gives me at a grand total of 6-4. Last week was a little rough on you, Brandon. What was one thing you learned last week in the betting window? I know you did. I know you might have given out some bad picks, but I think you went heavy on some of the things you liked, and you might have made some money, which is okay. But what's going on, Brandon?
I mean, I had some of the stuff that I had picked and teasers, so I didn't do awful last week. But
okay,
I just think the Jags exactly what you said. They aren't who we thought they were. I thought they were gonna, take that next step. You got Ridley. Right? That was the game where you take that next step. Like they were saying it, like how Doug Peterson was telling them, like that's the game where you take that next step and you show them that we're ready to compete with the big dogs, you know?
Hell yeah.
And they just fucking shit the bed in the red zone like a whole bunch of times. And like Kansas City, I think, turned the ball over 3 times. And
Kansas City was trying to give it to him.
Exactly, and they couldn't capitalize on any of it. I don't understand. It's just like sad.
I think that was one where you put it on the list and you got the hook. You got the 3.5, but you were like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. And they couldn't come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got lucky. I had that in a teaser leg too. So it was 10.5, and they lost by, I think, 9, or they lost by, if they would have scored again, they were on the goal line when the game ended.
Exactly.
And I got lucky that they didn't need to score anymore, so I got lucky on there. But a lot of other ones I got kind of bad beats too, like the Dallas under. It came, if I would have got it when it first came out, I would have hit it because I think the game ended at 40 and I had it at 38.5. So I mean, if I would have got it when it first came out, the line came out it was like 44.5. So I would hit that probably. So it's like one of those things where I didn't jump on it early enough. But
okay, my big one was believing that the Chicago Bears, and we have a lot to talk about Chicago. First of all, yeah, we have. My issue was I thought Chicago Bears were going to show the fuck up, and let me show you. I already got videos prepped, baby. I already got videos fucking prepped. This is Baker Mayfield after their win, and I just love it because this is again why he just ingratiates himself with the squad. Check out what he says after their victory here. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Let me put the volume up.
This is from the Minnesota game, yeah?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Because it looks like turf.
It does look like turf. Hey, see, that's why you have such good eyes, Brandon. But anyways, this is still why I love young Baker Mayfield. Check this one out.
That's game, boys. Now we got a group hug in the shower tonight, fellas. You gonna do it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Front flip? All right. Don't you embarrass us.
That's a thing though, like he can always say that to like the O-line. Like he says it to like different position. It's weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's so right. Like he goes up to the group of receivers like, hey boys, group shower. And they're like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
The big boys up front are like, hell yeah, we get dirty anyway, so we might as well rub some shit together. Yeah, so I definitely underestimated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming out like men, coming out like professionals. That defense is ready to come fucking fly around. And then you put a man with a chip on his shoulder as your quarterback, and you got a team that looks pretty good. The NFC South has 3 teams at 2-0, and one of them's like dog shit. But like, Jesus Christ, there are 3 teams at 2-0.
Everyone was saying, just talking bad about the NFC South, and I mean, they were just like, they're doing the damn thing right now.
They're doing the damn thing.
I was saying, bro. Like, what if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are this year's Giants or Seahawks? Like, everyone's fucking counting them out. It's just like it's weird how that is. How that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the Cards, like they're fighting. They're
that's
playing.
True too.
They're playing hard, dude. I don't know.
Ladies and gents, even though I went 3-2 last week, I hit a little bump in the road, and your boy was down a couple units. Okay, so in my mind, I had to get things right. So one of my bets that I had sitting there, and we don't do player props really on this show, so I kind of do the player prop things myself. Some of it's on my Twitter sometimes, but the player prop that I had sitting there was Saquon Barkley to have 1 touchdown. Okay, I just needed him to have 1 touchdown, and I was to win half a unit. Okay, and by halftime it was 20-0 Cardinals, and I was like, "What the fuck did I just do?" Right? What did I just do? To kind of double down on my pain, what I did do when it was 20-0 was at plus 156 was place a bet on the Giants plus 4.5. So. Yeah, so they came back and won that game, and Saquon Barkley had a touchdown, and those two things combined saved your boy from a little bit of a rough Sunday. So that was one that made me feel good, just being able to see things like live like that, and I was like, you know what, I kind of see shit going this way. Sometimes you got to trust your gut and know when the better team is there. Like, you know, sometimes they just need a little bit of time to figure it out, but they come around. Keeping with the Bucks though, real quick, B. Gilly, this is a great breakdown by our man Brian Baldinger. I find some of his clips every week, and I like to play them. Check out his breakdown of the Bucks defense against the Bears this week. Check this out.
Are playing great defense. They're taking the ball away. They're affecting the quarterback. It always starts up front. Guy like Vita Vea is playing probably the best football he's ever played. Like that doesn't feel.
Oh,
remember that. You watch him inside. He's just been dominant.
All that weight on
one guys around right here.
Yep.
Takes the ball carrier and just finishes the play himself. Now. Here he's going to just grab both. Just grab both. Centering guard and free up Devin White.
Damn.
Blitz. All right. Force that ball out of Justin Fields' hands. It's just one play after another as he comes right into your living room right here. Like, yes, Joe Tryon and Shaq Barrett, they're all playing good. But nobody can stop this Polynesian power from coming after right now. Like, just decapitates Justin Fields.
Oh, my God.
The Eagles have to deal with Vita Vea this week. It's never an easy situation.
Vita Vea has, I mean, like he said, a Polynesian beast. Like this is a big boy, and he runs hella fast. He can get to A to B pretty quick, and like you see, he gobbles up 2 defenders, so his boy linebacker can come through untouched and just lay the wood on Justin Fields. That man's like 300 plus pounds. For all that weight to come down on what, a 215-pound Justin Fields, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good for the rest of the game.
No.
That doesn't feel good for the week ahead. That doesn't feel good at all. It doesn't make you trust your line at all. So this to me shows me like, okay, offenses keep you watching. But defenses, man, this offense isn't really ready to go out and just, you know, hang with the Chiefs, the Vikings of the world, the Chargers of the world, the Dolphins of the world. But this defense can come in and smash up a little bit and slow your offense down to the point where you're mudding it up and you're playing Buccaneers football a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That was one I couldn't get out of my head. Like, that man is okay because the Phillies got them coming up. So you know, I trust the front line, but when you have big monsters like that out there just gobbling up 2 defenders at a time, like, what are you supposed to do? And that breakdown right there showed me exactly why. You know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be, I think they're going to be in this thing for a little bit, especially in that division. We saw the Saints and the Panthers play Monday night. Well, it wasn't inspired football at all. So this could be a very, very winnable NFC South. One, you just got to kind of watch out for those fucking Falcons, those frisky Falcons, Brandon.
Frisky
you love them
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, because
exactly.
if you think about it, the Bucks didn't really lose anyone on the defensive side of the ball, and like when they had Brady those 2 years, their defense was solid. So it's like as long as the offense can like be manageable and like get like maybe 20 points, 23 points on the board, they should be in most games.
100%. And speaking of Falcons, another breakdown from Brian Baldinger. This one, if you've been on Instagram, you've already seen this, but this is a breakdown of it just specifically. Look at young Bijan doing his goddamn thing behind this line. So let's check this out.
Bijan Robinson, because here the Packers are going to walk down the safeties. Darnell Savage right here. He's going to meet him right in the hole.
Later.
You watch this guy run. And you
Watch this from
him
behind.
Cut. It is so smooth. It's not like he even squeaks. It's just smooth. Like here comes Savage. He's there in perfect. Well, there's one. I hope his groin's all right. There's Savage. There's two.
Oh my God.
There's a safety. There's three. All right, now you get him like this, and here he is in the slot. I mean, whether he lines up in the slot, he goes ghost motion. Like they just get a numbers advantage over here. Just give it to him.
Yeah.
Bro, that first juke, he made that guy do the fucking Spider-Man pose.
Yes.
Bro, shit is so nasty, bro.
I'm just saying, like, most of the times running backs are a bad decision early on in the draft. That man was not a bad choice.
No. There was no way that guy was busting, dude.
Yeah, and I now see why you wanted him on the Chargers so much. I now see why probably most franchises wanted him.
Him on a crazy offense, bro. Imagine if he went to the fucking Eagles, bro. Oh my God.
Oh my God. That would have been nasty.
Dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah. I might have almost wanted him more than Jalen Carter. Maybe not. Jalen Carter is a goddamn dog.
Yeah.
But this Bijan kid, man. And me and Brandon, we shared a clip together of him in Texas. This boy tries to hurdle somebody, lands directly on his neck while getting speared in the back, and somehow stands up and walks like he just tripped on the street on accident. Like
cyborg, bro.
Most
people should be paralyzed from what happened to him that play in Texas.
Paralyzed is just the start of it. They would be so fucking done. This guy went straight vertical, like Undertaker.
His legs were touching his, like, yeah.
Yes. He Undertakered himself, basically.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Wild.
That was
wild.
Just okay. So let's stick a little bit here with the Chicago Bears. Chicago today, if you haven't heard, their defensive coordinator has resigned. The feds, the FBI, has raided this man's house, and apparently they found some shit that will make sure he never coaches ever again. There's been some speculation on the Twitter's world that this man might be fucking around in some shady ass shit. Outside of that breaking news that, Chicago midweek now has to restructure their coordinator positions and kind of who's doing what, at least for this week against the Chiefs. What a great week to have all this shit happen against one of the best teams in the NFL, right? The
reigning
Chiefs.
Champs.
Yeah, exactly. Not a great time to kind of have your organization really on the down end. And then you have Justin Fields coming out saying that he thinks coaching was a big reason why he wasn't playing himself. I think a reporter asked him, why is he being so robotic? And he gave like a speech that ended with so kind of like coaching. Like he's not taking responsibility that he should as a starting quarterback. And here's him kind of speaking on the whole issue that I just said regarding his taking accountability.
So it's like when you take my quote out of context, when you just say that, if you paint the picture on the inside out, like y'all are trying to split us up as a team. I'm not blaming anything on the coaches. I'm never going to blame anything on the coaches. Never going to blame anything on my teammates. I will take whatever happens in the game, I will take all the blame. I don't care. It's a drop pass. It should have been a pass. Put it on me. But never when you hear anything come out of my mouth to where I blame it on somebody else. In this organization, my teammates never going to hear that. So I just want to clear that up and just know that like I need to play better. That's it.
First of all, God damn it, shut the fuck up, locker room, so I can hear this man speak clearly. Second of all, that man was flustered, Brandon. That man was double talking out his goddamn ass, saying if he drops a pass, it's a better pass. You're never gonna hear me.
You could tell that was someone like trying to clear up something that
Yes.
he thought might have got him in trouble, because I feel like what he said the first time, he meant it. He didn't want to he did want to put blame on someone else. He didn't want to have the blame on him, but now he's trying to kind of backtrack because he doesn't want to look like a bad person. But
100%, Brandon. 100%.
Yeah.
That was one that I was like, okay, a bad start, slow start, like shit happens, right? But then you're gonna come out week 2 already and say like coaching, like that's, and then for him to come out, it sounded like someone was like showing him some Twitter shit and was like, hey man, this stuff isn't playing well in the world right now. So he's like, oh fuck, I gotta go say something now. Found the nearest reporter, said, hey, I'm gonna speak on this, and then 5 or 6 gathered around, and goddamn, the whole fucking locker room was having a patty cake contest in behind some shit because I couldn't hear a fucking thing. But this is not what you want to see out of your franchise quarterback already. Like, you just don't want to see him. First of all, like Ohio State quarterbacks, you might be just a kryptonite when it comes to NFL. I know CJ Stroud, is he slow? I don't know. He had a great game last week. I haven't heard too much about slander of CJ Stroud, but the litany of Ohio State quarterbacks in the NFL have proven to underperform, and it seems like people have given up on Justin Fields. So you know what that means, Brandon? That means you take the Bears this week plus 12.5, plus 13 against the Chiefs. Right now it's 12.5. That's what happens. In the NFL, when you hear dirt thrown on someone's name, that means you take them plus fucking points that they're catching the week following. Am I going to do that this week? Probably not. Probably not. Just being quite honest, probably not. But it is something that's intriguing. And I found I sourced this graph through the Twitter's world. There's some great shit in Twitter regarding football content, but look at this graph, Brandon. Let's talk about this real quick. This is the offensive 3-and-out rate through 2 weeks. This is the amount of teams that have gone 3-and-out the first 2 weeks. Look at the
Bengals. Holy
the Bengals, 59%, bro, of their snaps in the first 2 weeks have been 3-and-out. Sorry, 59% of their drives have been 3-and-out. Then you got the Steelers right after with 56, Colts 54. The Vikings and the Birds are up there 50-50.
Eagles is surprising, honestly.
That is surprising, but I've watched every snap so far of Philly, and their offense is definitely slower. But a slow start with an injured quarterback, okay, sure. But when you see almost a 60% 3-and-out clip for your first 2 weeks, that is a little scary. That's some pause for concern right there.
To be fair, though, they did play 2 divisional teams, and both had like fairly decent defenses,
Yes.
So it's like,
so last week they played the Ravens, and the week before they started off with the Cleveland Browns, and Cleveland's always given them trouble. The Browns defense looks legit. New quarterback out, So new defensive coordinator out there has really, I think, brought in some life to how the defense is run in Cleveland. But if you paid your man $275 million and he's got a 60% 3-and-out clip rate, that's scary. That's scary for sure.
Seriously. For sure. It's sketch.
So there's a little bit of worry. I know you were talking about already trying to unload Jamar Chase in your fantasy league, Brandon.
Fucking pull it together, fucking Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Pull it
together, Joe.
Fuck together. Okay?
Pull it together, Joe. Pull it.
You'll be gone. You'll be out of here. Up tick to the curve.
You and your big contract. Yeah, I love when it says when it goes Joe Burrow when he gets paid $275 million. It's just a picture of Andy Dalton. Like, disrespectful. You Bengals fan, you are so fickle. Just two years ago, you were in the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, don't disrespect the Red Rocket like that.
Yeah, don't disrespect the Red Rocket like that. Speaking of quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers got his Achilles worked on. He got surgery, and he's already talking about maybe coming back a little earlier than expected. But one thing I found interesting, and if you know Aaron Rodgers, this man is an interesting man. But he spoke on Pat McAfee, saying there is some new way of doing, I guess, recovery. And one of these interesting ways he's been seeing is the sounds that dolphins make while mating tend to help with healing the body quicker. So already we know A-Rod is a little out there with his methods. Just the things he says, of his ayahuasca journey, he's going into the darkness to figure out what he's going to do, all his shit. So, but where I'm going with this, Brandon, is I thought, no, there's nothing better that we can do right now on this podcast than absorb some dolphin noises so we can heal ourselves. Okay. So I'm going to play some dolphin mating noises and we're just going to sit here and let it soak over us. Here we go. I think it's working.
I don't know. I'm kind of aroused. Maybe that's what it's doing.
I already feel my knee pain starting to go away.
Bro, my thing is, who's the one who tried it first? Who's the one who went through the trial to find out, see if it works,
Yeah. Who saw some dolphins fucking? We're like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go in the water next to them and just float. I'm going to just float. And then when they came out, they're like, my whole body feels amazing.
This is going to be the new trend now. It's going to be, fuck all the ice baths and all the sauna shit. It's all about fucking hearing dolphins mate. It's how they heal each other.
You're going to see some tanks built in the largest properties on earth with just a bunch of billionaires jumping in there with fucking dolphins with hard-ons and other female dolphins going. They're just gonna be sitting there letting the ultra rays go into their body. Because
taking
you know
a tour
what?
of hospital. Now here's our hospital. Here's our dolphin wing of the hospital. Our dolphin wing of the hospital.
Here's our dolphin wing of the hospital. This is where you go into the aquarium butt naked and just float. So Aaron Rodgers, my friend, I sure hope to God you do whatever it takes, whether that be dolphins fucking, whether that be Toradol, whether that be whatever. Get better, my friend, because, first of all, the Jets need you, but the NFL needs you because your highlights with the Jets, the video going around of Aaron Rodgers 2023-24 Jets highlights is disrespectful. You need to come back, earn your money, and throw some fucking passes to Garrett there because that poor boy is already feeling the fucking heat with young Zach Wilson.
He's a difference. A-Rod is the difference between that guy getting paid and not paid.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is the truth. That's why he's out there in fucking corner.
We want to pay you, Garrett, but you see, you only scored 5 touchdowns with Zach Wilson, so we're not gonna pay you. We're gonna let you go.
Yeah, and that's why he's coming on the fucking sideline. Like, Zach, you gotta stop fucking with my money, boy. Like you think this is funny. You think this is a goddamn game. I'll fuck you up right now, and then I'll fuck your mama. That's what he's saying. After I get my money, somehow I'm getting my money. Someone's gonna fucking pay me, Zach Wilson, either be with you or not. Going back to the Bengals, if you haven't seen this clip, I think you need to turn on the video portion of this podcast because it is the cleanest headbutt you'll ever see from a fan in your fucking life.
Saw this.
You need to check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this man headbutt this other man. Here we go. Arresting him. He's in full tiger costume. Watch this. Boom!
The boy hurt so bad, bro. He probably broke his nose, bro.
Look at him. They're choking his ass out. Watch again. Here we go. Get him up. Says something. Boom! Glasses.
Solid form, though.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
You know what that guy who got headbutted needs? He needs to sit in an aquarium with dolphins mating, and he'll feel so much better. He'll feel so much better, Brandon. He just needs to put on some dolphin mating sounds. Me and Brandon just did it. It's just the way to go. It's the way to go. I have a couple more videos here that I wanted to show, but I did see something that caught my eye, and I want to talk about this, Brandon, because as a team within your division, and I want to see what you have to say about this rumor. The rumor that Vegas, the Raiders, might be possibly trading Hunter Renfrow. I know he's not a big time receiver, but this guy has shown an ability to get open on routes. He's probably the perfect New England Patriot, right? If you get him with Mac Jones on the Patriots, that boy probably gets 86 catches for 900 yards and like 7 touchdowns. But my thing is, the Raiders need all the fucking help they can get. Why are they trying to think about trading his ass right now? You know?
Yeah, I think I don't know why Josh McDaniels doesn't like him, because he didn't use him last year either. It's like after last year, I don't think it might have been the second week of last year's season. He fumbled the ball to lose to the Cardinals in the overtime or whatever. And I feel like after that, I feel like he never like really recovered, probably in McDaniel's eyes. And I feel like last year, just because Hunter Renfrow was fucking the Gruden years, bro, he was fucking solid, bro. He was like a Julian Edelman type player. That's what. So like when your take on like Patriots probably perfect, which I thought,
right?
Which is the reason why I thought McDaniels would like him, but apparently not.
Something definitely, there's like something wrong in that a marriage, because that seems like the perfect Patriot player. Josh comes from the Patriot lineage, so you'd think this marriage would work out perfectly, but there's been some rocky roads, and the Raiders did get their ass handed to last week by the Buffalo Bills. But the Buffalo Bills were looking for blood, so that was kind of to be seen. But yeah, this man has not been getting much work since McDaniels has taken over the reins over there in Vegas.
Yeah,
sad to see, because he was really showing some connection with Carr, and Garoppolo seems to be another quarterback who gets the ball out quick and can get it in the right places where it needs to go. So I'm still kind of lost as to why he's not getting more work.
They added Myers too, who was formerly on New England. I think he's kind of taken a lot of probably snaps from Renfrow too.
That's true.
Also, a team that I think would actually be perfect for him, but I don't think that they would trade him to them because they're in division. I think he'd be perfect as a Chiefs receiver.
Personally.
I think the Chiefs would love him.
He's like what Juju was to them last year, but just a little quicker.
Yeah, and probably more consistent, more probably fundamental, and probably
exactly
I feel like reliable, maybe.
Exactly. No, that's a good point. He's one of those players who I've kind of always, if he was an Eagle, I would love him. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was a Charger, you'd love him. Like he's the guy who goes out there, never's in the media talking, never missing practice, never, making issues, but he just shows up. He routes you motherfuckers up and he scores touchdowns. That's at least what he was doing for a little bit there.
Prototypical white receiver. That's what they do.
Prototypical.
They come in, work fucking hard, fucking route the fuck out of you, and then fucking don't say shit. They don't need to. They don't have to.
He'll route you up and walk out the field with some dolphin noises playing, like you ain't even know what happened to you. Last video, one of the videos that I want to pull up to here is this. It happened in the New England versus the Dolphins game. Speaking of Dolphins, and this is the first time I think any of us football fans have seen this. They had a special teams guy get a running start from the sideline and come and block the field goal attempt. This was the cleanest shit I've ever seen. And for it to be something new, NFL is always copycat league. So you're going to start seeing this amongst a ton of other teams for sure. But check this the fuck out. This is very, I think this is one of the cooler things that New England, and New England's usually pretty innovative with what they like to do, especially special teams wise. So let's check this out. Running start, clean, bro. Clean. And check this out again. Boom. Yeah. Did you watch that shit live?
Yeah, I saw. I remember fucking Chris Collinsworth was fucking creaming his pants. Like,
yeah, he was.
I'm surprised no one's ever done that before. I feel like I don't know.
Right?
I feel like someone's maybe done that, but I guess I was wrong because they were saying that it's the first time they've ever seen that.
We've seen people run up the middle and jump over, like Palomalu, but never from the side like that. It's almost like the edge guy didn't know what to do. It's like he's seen him coming, and he just had too much. I think the speed was too much before the guy got out of his stance. You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious to see if anyone's going to do it this week, in the upcoming weeks. I mean, to see other teams do it.
For sure. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a copycat league. So that's one thing that you can like almost bank on. You'll have someone in like a tight moment, maybe not on just a regular ass field goal, but in a tight moment, like, hey, you know what? Let's get our fastest guy coming in like a missile and trying to get that. And you're going to start seeing a bunch of offsides from that shit and all that stuff. But Billy made sure to coach him up right before before that shit was squared off. And to end the video montage that I like to do each week, I'm finishing it off with a great video here from the Birds with Brandon Graham, our defensive end, mic'd up. I love this. Watch this and enjoy.
You know it. Nobody. No, because I ain't gonna let nobody say nothing. Oh! Oh! Let's go, boy! Let's go, boy! Oh yeah, five. I'm on your ass, boy. I'm about to block this. I'm about to block this.
I fucking love him, bro.
I know you is. Hey, 17. Boo, boo, boo. That's all you gonna hear. Boo, boo, boo. Oh yeah, five. I'm on your ass. I know it's a pass.
I fucking love him, bro.
I know it's a pass. Cause you ain't. Hey, 7-6, they better help you, boy, every time. Hey, 7-6, they better help you, boy, every time. I'm gonna see you, don't worry. 7-7. I'm gonna come see you, don't worry. 15. Headache time, 15.
Okay,
Bro, Zeke's voice has got to be tired, bro.
Oh shit, that's just classic. Brandon Graham's my favorite Eagle. He's been around for so long. When he goes, "Hey, all you're gonna hear is boo boo, boo boo,"
Boo, boo.
like that is that man. That is who he is. Every time he's mic'd up, that boy is talking so much shit. And every time they ask the teammates, like, "Is this how he is, or is this because he's mic'd?" No, that is how that motherfucker is. He just goes out there and just nonstop rattles the gums. Like constantly. A7-6, you gonna need somebody else over here for you. A7-7, you're headache time. Headache, like Jesus Christ, Brandon. Headache time.
Yeah, boo, boo.
Oh my God. Boo boo. A15, I know you hear me. 15.
Fucking love that.
Okay, Brandon. We've gone through the week 2 recap, a little bit of videos of what was, and now it's time to look forward, Brandon. Time to look forward into week 3. We're gonna go over the game slate, and then we're gonna give out our picks. How's that sound to you, dog? How's that sound?
Sounds fabulous, bro. Sounds amazing.
Okay, great. This week in the NFL starts off with a Thursday matchup. The Thursday matchup this week is the Giants going on the road to the 49ers. It's a Thursday night game with the Niners a 10-point home favorite. Whoa. Saquon Barkley out, a couple of the offensive linemen out for the Giants. 49ers look unstoppable, but that is a large number. Danny Dimes caught steam at the end, finding a couple of his favorite young receivers who caught some touchdowns at the end of their game against the Cardinals, and started to seem a little bit more with it. Apparently, there's rumors that Brian Daboll took over the play calling during halftime, and they post halftime, that offense seemed to start clicking. So right now, if you like the Niners, you're going to pay a hefty price tag of 10 points. This could be a good one to tease down. I don't even know, because 4 is a dead number. So this is one where you either ride it or you don't. 10's a lot for me in the NFL, even without having, especially without having Saquon Barkley. So this will be an interesting one. Thursday night football is always kind of iffy. So this is not one I'm running to the books to get. How about you? You good?
Yeah. That one's like, it's 10. I can't. This year, 10, I can't take it. I can't over 10. I can't take it. I have to take the underdog. I have to.
Yeah, that's almost like the religion at this point.
You close your eyes, you take the 10, and you just don't look at it. That's what you do.
You just don't look at it. You just don't even watch the game. You just look at the end score and you go, "Oh, they lost by 7. Oh, okay, cool. I won my bet."
Exactly.
Okay, moving on. We got the 2-0 Falcons versus the 1-1 Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are home favorites of 3 points. They're saying right now that these two teams are about the same. Goff has got a new lease on life. There's a couple years there with Detroit. Now he's playing really well. You got Bijan Robinson in that run-heavy Atlanta Falcons team. This could be a lower-scoring game with the price tag or the line set at 46.5. This will be a fun game. I think this will end up being one of the games of the week. I think this will be one of the games of the week. Arthur Smith has got those boys out there in Atlanta playing well. And, of course, Dan Campbell's got those Detroit Lions really, really working hard. And after that week 1, I think just big game they had, there was, of course, a little bit of a letdown to come, and Seattle needed that in a bad way. So that will be a fun one that we should all keep our eye on for Sunday morning. Next up is Brandon's team. The Chargers 0-2. The Vikings 0-2. Chargers coming off a disappointing loss, to say the least, against the Tennessee Titans. The Vikings, they hanged a little well with the Philadelphia Eagles, but at the end, the Eagles defense seemed to be a little too much. So these are two teams that need it bad. It's a pick 'em right now with the line at 54.5. That's a lot of points. But what's going to happen there? It's probably going to be Dolphins, Chargers 2.0 in the sense of scoring. But it is a pick 'em, so it's basically whatever team you like best. Brandon, do you have anything to say on this one?
This is a perfect spot for a signature Brandon hedge. So maybe a Brandon hedge involved just to hedge some pain on this one. Might just be on the Vikings ML. Just might be on the Vikings ML just for lulz, just so I don't have to deal with the pain of 0-3 without having money. You know?
Fair enough. I like it. You and your hedging. You and your goddamn hedging.
I'm saying, bro, we fucking tanked this season, bro. Marvin Harrison Jr. fucking.
You and the receivers. You're going
back to back. Keenan Allen, save some money. Throw away fucking Khalil Mack, save some money.
Dang, you're just all about tossing away the people who got you here, Brandon.
No.
God damn, you're a ruthless. You should be a GM.
Honestly, bro, like I don't know if I said this to you, but I saw an outcome where I'm not saying we're gonna be this, but I mean, if we start off 0-3, I could see this season. I saw a scenario where our season is like we end with like 6 wins. I saw a scenario.
Oh Jesus.
You know?
That would be
obviously worst case scenario, but yeah. I saw an outcome where we're number 1 seed. I saw an outcome where we don't make the playoffs. I saw an outcome where we're like one of the worst teams.
Like, yeah. I mean, this is the problem with the Chargers. There's too much variance in the way they're doing things, and it seems to be like functional, not like just a product of one thing going on. This seems to be like what the Chargers have been now for a while. So there might need to be a structural change. I don't know what it is, but if it keeps going the way it is, like they cannot even on the road. But even on the road against the Vikings, you get the dome. So this should be a fucking boat race between these two teams, 100%. And that 54.5, that's a big fucking number. But again, these two teams are going to be scoring at will. I am telling you. Okay. Moving on to the Saints versus the Packers. You got the Saints going on the road to Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers let it slip a little bit last week. They were really in the driver's seat all game against Atlanta, and then at the end just kind of couldn't close the deal. Back-to-back games with Jordan Love throwing 3 touchdown passes. The Saints looked mediocre, but were formidable on Monday night against the young rookie with Carolina. So there's still a lot more growing pains to go with Derek Carr as the head of the ship there in the Saints. And the Packers, they are an organization who's had that quarterback. It might not be a starter, but he's had him around for a while. The line is 2 points. Packers are home favorites. 42.5 is the overall total. So this is one where I'm looking at Saints or nothing, but this is a complete stay away for me. This is going to be one of those games that might get lost a little bit in the shuffle of Sunday.
Yeah. This one's gross. I'm not touching that either.
Yeah, I'm not touching that one. Both those teams I don't trust yet. Next up, you got the Texans and the Jags. Jags are 9-point home favorites. Jags let it slide last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Could have a step forward, and it seems to be that they might be the same team as we thought they were. Houston was getting dominated by the Colts before Richardson of the Colts got a head injury, concussion, and was out for the rest of the game. CJ Stroud, is he slow? I don't know. He seems to have figured out a little bit of a flow there, throwing for 300 yards. And him and Nico Collins, him and Tank Dell, him and Robert Woods, there is some chemistry. The only thing is Dameon Pierce, who's on my fantasy team, is not doing jack shit. He's not doing jack shit. So this one at 9 points makes you want to take the Houston Texans in an in-division rivalry. But again, this is one where are the Jaguars the bully on the block? Do they take care of the teams that they should take care of? Or will they get sucked in to playing down to their competition? So I don't have too much on this. The 9 points keeps me kind of away because it's either Jaguars or nothing for me. The Texans haven't shown me shit yet. Okay.
We'll come back to this one for sure.
All right. Broncos 0-2 could easily be 2-0. Russ might be completely cooked to go against the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are 6.5 home favorites. The Dolphins took care of the New England Patriots last week to go to 2-0. Tua, the book might be out on what to do against this Miami defense. A lot of umbrella coverage was played by the New England Patriots. The rookie Christian Gonzalez out there in New England showed up against the Cheetah, but somehow he found his way still in the end zone with a touchdown. Did the Cheetah there? So this one for me, I'm leaning towards the Broncos because everybody and their mother is going to be on Miami. But again, there could be some systematic issues, even with the new coach and Sean Payton. There could be just some serious issues on how the organization is running. And there's already seemed to be some bad mouthing going on with Sean Payton saying that Russell's not getting some plays in early enough, and he might need to get a wristband, which he'll never do, to kind of call play. So this one for me right now might be a little bit nerve-wracking, but for me, it's either Broncos or nothing, because you're not getting any value on the Miami Dolphins. All the value right now is on those Broncos at a +6.5 clip. This will be a fun game. I think this one will end up being one of the games of the week, because you have a strong D versus Tua, who's trying to continue his, I guess, MVP-ish run. Yeah. And, we're going to see what the Broncos offense can bring to the table,
Yeah, this will be a good game for sure.
Cool. Tennessee Titans go on the road to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland lost Nick Chubb to a fucking gruesome injury. If you haven't seen it, I don't even recommend watching it. That video is absolutely nasty.
So sad.
Yeah, it is. Cleveland Browns is our 3-point home favorites. Tennessee comes off the win against the Chargers, like we said earlier. And this is one where Cleveland's defense brings me to think that they're going to dominate this game. But again, it's never what it seems to be. It never is when it comes to the NFL, and they could easily shut down the King Henry, but somehow still get burned with Ryan Tannehill playing somewhat decent last week, even though getting fucking punched in the mouth a ton by your Chargers defense. This one seems to be a little bit of a stay away until I can see what's going on with Deshaun Watson now that he has really no bell cow behind him. Is he going to start throwing it across the yard a little more, or is this going to be still the more run-first offense for the Cleveland Browns,
Yeah. This Titan team gives me because I feel like a lot of times when they're dogs, they're kind of like public dogs, a lot of public around them because the numbers good usually for their games. Right. I feel like there could be the Bengals in a way they cover a lot as being public dogs a lot this season, because they're a team where they don't have a great roster, they don't have a great quarterback, but they have solid fundamentals coaching. So it's they're always going to be in games. They always should be in games, and they always should keep them close because it's just how their team is run.
100%. That's a good point. Okay, so like I said, Cleveland's 3-point home favorites. Moving on, the Buffalo Bills go on the road to the Commanders. Buffalo is 6.5-point road favorites. Commanders come off a very good win against the Denver Broncos last week. Sam Howell's making some throws out there that shows that he is a professional, legitimate quarterback. Josh Allen showed that he can still ball, and it's not maybe falling. The sky's not falling out there in Buffalo. I'm looking for Buffalo to continue their road to just stomping on teams. I like Buffalo a little bit here, but this will be an interesting game out there in Washington. Any interest in this game, Brandon?
I mean, I like the Bills. I like the Bills. It's just the only thing that's sketching me, the 6.5 is it sketches me. I don't know why.
Yeah. You think it should be higher or what?
Well, it's I feel like they're trying to entice you to taking the Bills 6.5.
Where it's 7. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd probably line.
Yeah, I'd probably either tease them down or take them ML, to be honest. Probably tease them down, to be honest.
Get them at a half, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Colts, Ravens. Ravens are the home team here. Ravens are 8-point favorites. Anthony Richardson has not cleared concussion protocols yet, so that could mean Gardner Minshew at the helm. Ravens offense seems to be showing up. They're 2-0. They a tight game against the Bengals last week, but it's an in-division game, so it usually seems to go that way. Zay Flowers seems to be all that he was advertised to be. Lamar Jackson is still letting some of that rust come off of him. He's still figuring it out a bit. OBJ found his ankle a little bit tweaked, but he's going to be playing this week. So for me, this is Ravens or nothing, but at 8 points, again, that makes me want to stay away. 8 points in the NFL is a lot. And the only thing is that this is on the road for the Colts. If this was Anthony Richardson, everyone would be like, "Oh, I bet Colts," but that's a rookie going against Jim Harbaugh, or is it John? It's John Harbaugh, huh?
I think it's John. Yeah.
Yeah, John Harbaugh. So this is one for me that it's Ravens or nothing. What about you? What do you think about that?
Are you talking about for the spread or to win?
Just I guess to win, right? I mean that's obviously Ravens, but yeah, 8 points. What is this, a stay away?
Yeah, 8 points. I don't know. I don't know if I touch it. It's like iffy. But yeah, I think the Ravens win this game. I think they do, for sure.
Okay. Moving on, age-old classic. The Patriots go to New York against the Jets. I don't think the Jets have beaten the Patriots in the last 15 games or 15, some sort of insane amount of times. This is Zach Wilson, and we know Billy owns the Zach Wilson. Last year it was a close game, but somehow the Patriots still won on like a fucking kick return or whatever it was. The Patriots are 2.5-point road favorites. The line's looking at 36.5, so it's going to be a low scoring game for sure. Mac hasn't shown like he hasn't taken too many steps forward. His favorite target right now is Hunter Henry. And the Jets have the defense to ball, but can their offense break through? Will Breece Hall get more than 4 carries? Will Dalvin Cook get more than 4 carries? We'll see. We'll definitely see. I know that the Jets want this one bad, so I would be all over the Jets. I mean, I would be all over the Patriots, but they're giving you 2.5, which kind of goes to your comment about the Bills at 6.5. Like it's enticing you to take the Pats.
Yeah.
So this one might be where you swerve and take the Jets. I don't have much more on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Carolina. Can Carolina finally get a win or what? Going down to Seattle. This is Bryce Young's third start, and his third start is going against the 12th man, which isn't fun at all. That's not an ideal start for him. And Geno Smith seemed to have figured it out a bit last week, because the first week he was completely stifled. And that offense seemed to have figured out. The Seahawks are 5.5-point home favorites, which seems like a good number, but it also this is one where I'm automatically looking at Carolina, just because I think the matchup there is awesome, is one that can be leveraged by Carolina. I know they lost one of their better defenders on Monday night to a season-ending injury to his ankle.
Oh, season-ending?
Yeah, I think it was season-ending, brother.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Shaq Thompson,
but I'm looking
right?
for. Yeah, what was it?
Shaq Thompson, you're saying?
Yep, Shaq Thompson, dude. Shaq Thompson. Yeah,
Damn.
that's a big one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, and they're down. They're starting. They're starting cornerback Horn.
Oh, that's right. See, so this is the things that start to add up that make that number make more sense. I think this will be Bryce Young's best game of it as a pro. I think this will be Bryce Young's best game. I think they lose and they keep it close. This isn't one of my picks, but if I'm giving free advice right now, I'm looking at Carolina or nothing else right now. It's just me.
Yeah. What's the number on it? The spread is it
5.5 is the Seahawks favorites.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a weird one.
It could even be a 20. It could even be 28-24, and you still cover. Cover.
Or I could see a
17-21. You still cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
What's next? Chicago Bears going down to the Kansas City Chiefs. This is one where you're looking for a lot of offense out of Kansas City, and we're looking for what's the Bears going to be with all the media shit going on with the defensive coordinator, with what we played earlier with Justin Fields and all that stuff. Like, where are they going to be? That's what's going on. So it's 12-point home favorites for the Chiefs, 12.5 points, 47.5 is the total points. I don't have much read on it. Like, I'm not betting on the Chiefs. I'm not betting on the Bears either. So this is one where I think I'm just gonna let it see what happens. Maybe do a live bet.
This game, because in that or like later, Fields is talking about he wants to get back to like running. He feel like he wasn't playing his game. If Fields runs this game, I'm not talking about for the win. It's just for over under. If Fields runs game, this game will go over. If Fields doesn't run, he stays in the pocket like he does these past 2 weeks, this game's going to go under.
Dude, when he started running more last year, that's when they started scoring a shit ton of points. Yeah. So it does seem like they're in a concerted effort to keep him in the pocket. Maybe that's defensive wise or offensive scheme, But I think they need to just let him just do his thing. He obviously
I
likes to run too, you know?
I think this game they're gonna let him run because they're seeing like, hey, like our fucking season's not heading in the right direction. Like,
Exactly.
let this guy loose, bro.
Let this fucking guy loose before we get
Let
loose.
him do what he does best. Like, that's what he does best.
And if he gets hurt, we have a fucking tank full of Dolphins he can jump in. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. And you have 2 number 1 picks next week. That's the best thing. You fucking have 2 number 1 picks unless the Panthers start playing good. But like, if he gets hurt, like, there's a couple good quarterbacks in the draft.
It's a win-win. Let him run. Let him run, Chicago. You got the
bro.
Dolphins. You got the Dolphin tank in the back to get him all healed up. And if not, you get Caleb Williams. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Whatever.
100%.
Cowboys take their 2-game winning streak down to the Cardinals, who find a way to lose each game this year so far. They're up 20-0 against the Giants and could not seal it. The Cowboys are 11.5-point road favorites. This is one where I'm looking towards Cardinals, not because I feel confident, but because 11.5 points is a ton, and the Cowboys always seem to play down to their competition. Dak always seems to throw 2 or 3 interceptions when he shouldn't on these kind of games. So this is one where they're probably going to take a little more risk just to see how that offense can handle. And I think the Cardinals are playing with a little more swagger than we all expected. If Kyler was playing this year, they would already have a dub, if not 2. Their main issue is that they have a guy that's not even shouldn't be starting in the NFL right now. So it's either Cardinals or nothing for me. Honestly, 11.5 Cardinals or nothing.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Steelers, Raiders. Steelers finally find a way to get a W, and Raiders got their ass beat. So 2 teams coming off different results. Usually, you take the team with a big loss who come up against a team who just had a big win. And the Raiders are 2.5-point home favorites, which makes you think you should take the Steelers or should right away. But hey, man, be careful with these Raiders. Be careful at home. This is a classic Raiders-Steelers game. Jimmy G still healthy. You still got Devontae. And can the Steelers continue to put it up with Deontay Johnson going on the IR and with George Pickens really being their number 1 guy? So that's another game where I'll probably stay. I don't know. Actually, I have a little bit of an opinion on that one because I saw a lot from that Pittsburgh Steelers defense that showed me what the fuck those guys are all about. So I like this one coming up. You'll hear more about it later.
Yeah, same.
Philly going on the road to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We already shown you some Buccaneers highlights. Their defense is playing like madmen. Baker Mayfield has got those boys feeling good. He's making the right calls. He's not doing too much. He's throwing the ball away when he needs to throw the ball away. The Cleveland Browns are asking, where was this with us, my friend? So this guy, he might be having a little bit of a resurgence down there in Tampa Bay. Eagles are 5-point road favorite, sorry. And this is Monday nighter. This is a doubleheader. They start at 4:15. And you know where my allegiance lands, but I'm not a dummy, and I understand that this game could be a good one. So this could be a trap game, very much so for Philly. And I'm not getting too deep in the weeds yet out there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see this game a little bit. I don't know why, but I'm kind of excited to see this one.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. It's gonna be a fun one. Those 2 teams now in the summer it might have been like, oh, Philly's gonna smash them, but now. Yeah, hey man, but now they look pretty good. Remember we talked about their over-unders preseason, Brandon? We talked some. We put some dirt on their names.
Yeah,
we put some dirt on their names.
Might have to go back and look at that list that I have of what games you're going to win and lose.
Exactly. Okay, last but not least, this doubleheader of the Monday night game. We got the Los Angeles Rams on the road to the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati is a 2.5-point home favorite. This line was I think 7 at one point. Has come down. This tells me that Joe Burrow might not play. I even saw a little report out of Cincinnati that they're trying to trade for the 3rd-string quarterback out there in San Francisco because it sounds like a restrain of the calf a little bit for young Joey.
Damn.
Young Joey Burrow. And the Rams are maybe not who we all thought they were, but they're playing mature football. The Stafford's got them boys playing good, and the defense is still healthy. And Puka Nacua, whatever the fuck his name is, seems to now be a emerging reception king. Might be Cooper Kupp 0.2. So it is a 2.5-point line for the Cincinnati Bengals if you like them. This is one where I feel like I'm on the Rams, especially I was on the Rams if they're at that bigger number, but now 2.5, I don't know. We got to see some more injury reports. We're gonna have to. This game won't be in any of my teasers, any of my like parlays, nothing. I'll have to check until Monday for that game to come out. What about you?
This game is Yeah, because of the line movement, it's kind of like it's kind of weird. I don't know where I stand. I do have this already in one teaser leg, but that's the only thing. I wouldn't take this game outside of a teaser leg. I wouldn't take it. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable taking either of those teams, especially not knowing Burrow's status right now.
I agree. All right, B Gilly, it's that motherfucking time, man. It's time for us to give out some picks. We're going to go through our same breakdown. We give out 2 picks. We give out our hammer time. We give out our underdog. We give out our over-under. And then we give our 6-team steam. So to start it out, Brandon, like we do, here's the drop. Castles of money in the sky, motherfuckers. Castles of money. Me and Brandon. Here we go. Okay, Brandon. It's that time where you give out 2 picks. So who's the 2 picks you want to give out this week? You had a 1-4 week last week. Let's get us back to 3-2, 4-1, 5-0. Can we get to 5-0, Brandon? What do we got this week for the 2 picks?
You smell that?
Oh.
Smells like a 5-0 week. That's what it smells like. It smells like a 5-0 week, baby.
5-0 week.
All right, so this week, it's one of those weeks you gotta get down and grimy, but you gotta play shit by the book, bro. You gotta play shit by the book.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, we're gonna go over to. I don't like this, but I have to. I have to take it, regardless of the quarterback, regardless of AR-15, regardless of Minshew Mania. I gotta take the Colts plus 7.5. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. You gotta take it.
Hey.
It's you gotta play the numbers. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. I gotta do it, man.
Okay. Playing the numbers. I like it. Playing the numbers.
I think at some point you just could be looking very, very, very like bad. You'd be like
right.
Second half, like beginning, like going into halftime, you could be down fucking 17 to fucking like 3. You could be fucking. This doesn't look too great. Yeah. Something's might be a little backdoor cover for this one. I'm thinking.
Oh, backdoor with Minshew.
Backdoor Minshew. You know what I mean?
Love it. Okay.
All right.
So 7.5. All right. Colts 7.5. What else we got?
And then second game, we're gonna keep it in the. Wait, actually, no. I want to switch. I want to switch this from my. I want to switch my lock to my second one. Okay, I'm gonna switch.
Okay.
So second one, I'm gonna go. We're not gonna be. We're stepping away from the AFC South. We're going to the AFC West. We're gonna take the Las Vegas Raiders -2.5.
Oh no!
I can't believe I'm saying this, but
oh, no.
I'm gonna be on the Raiders for the first time in a long time. This might be the first time I bet. This might be the first time I bet the Raiders in probably like a year and a half. I'm not even joking. I bet this before we came on. I took him at. I teased it. It was at 3 at the book that we used, and I teased it. I took it down to 2.5. But I just was not impressed at all. I'm just not impressed at all with the Steelers offense. Like they struggled to even get into the red zone in the past in both their games.
True.
They can barely get first downs. Like if it wasn't for their defense, they wouldn't have scored 14 points. Like, the defense is the reason they won that game. And it's just like, I think that their defense is kind of, I think the Steelers defense is good, but I think it's a little overhyped. I feel like that the Raiders were going to be able to run against them. I think that Jimmy G is going to be able to pass against them a little. And I think that they're going to be able to cover this 2.5 easy, to be honest.
Okay. I like it. So you got the Colts plus 7.5, and you got the Raiders -2.5. Okay, my 2 teams, with all the hype surrounding hot Atlanta, I'm swerving. I'm moving. Give me Detroit -3. Motown, where you at? Jared Goff, I want you to throw not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdowns. Find your boy Sam Laporta. Find Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. Do what you got to do to get in there and get the win and show those motherfuckers in Atlanta that you can't run the ball 80 goddamn times and expect to win a football game, okay? So give me Detroit -3 at home. Book it. The line was at 5 earlier in the week, too, and it's come down. That means a lot of fucking money's on Atlanta. Guess what? Them smarts, them sharps, they gonna come in and take what's left. And I'm a lion eater, baby. I'm gonna eat them lions. I'm gonna eat with the lions this week. I'm gonna get blood on my face. I'm gonna get blood on my mane. I'm eating with the lions. I'm eating. Okay. Next up, I want this train to keep rolling. They smashed They lost to the first team. They smashed the second team, and now they're going to take out their fucking frustrations out there in Washington. The Buffalo Bills, because no one circles the goddamn wagons like them. They're going to go down there and they're going to win by 7 points. Give me the Bills minus 6.5. Josh Allen, he understands what the fuck he did wrong. Stephon Diggs wants to be a showstopper, and you're telling me that the Washington front end is going to get after Josh Allen. This is the perfect quarterback to go against that defensive front. So give me the Bills minus 6.5. I like them a lot. This is one that I've already put in a couple teasers. They're my bookend to just kind of win. So I'm all over the Bills this week. If they hurt me, just know I'm coming back to the next pod next week with a little bit of pain. I'm going to need to find a Dolphin tank ASAP for my emotions.
Yeah, I have Bills in teaser already too. Also, I love Stephon Diggs props this week. I like his over in yards.
Yes.
I don't even know what it is.
Everything.
I don't know what it is
But
for his over yards, but I'm probably going to be on it. I'll be honest.
I love it. Okay, we've given out 4 picks so far, 2 from B. Gilly, 2 from Tyler, and now it's time for yes, sir. It's hammer time. You take out the hammer, you pull out the checkbook, you tell Timmy you're going to Harvard or you're going to fucking CSU Channel Islands. That's where I went to school. So I'm shading on my own school. Are we going to Harvard, Timmy? Or are we going to the fucking CSU Channel Islands? Which one are we doing? So hammer time, pick of the week. Big Gilly, drop the hammer.
All right, now I'm going back to the AFC South.
Okay, now we're bringing it back, baby.
We're taking that slow boy, CJ, my slow man, CJ.
Oh,
plus
CJ Slow.
Plus, what is it? Plus 9.5 on DraftKings.
10,
maybe 8.5 other places, so be careful. But 9.5. Trevor Lawrence as a favorite.
Okay.
Has only covered 2 out of 4 times of being favored. And as a favorite, and as a favorite of more than 4, has never covered. He's 0-4.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
But I mean, you gotta remember though, he's probably an underdog for a lot of games in the first season, but still. But yeah, I'm like, I think CJ he's got a lot of receiving weapons. I feel like he's got Robert Woods, got Nico Collins, who's fucking grooving with, and he's got Tank Dell, bro, and they got a solid running game, and their defense is not bad. They have some solid corners. I think that they can easily keep this game close and keep it under 9, as long as Trevor Lawrence doesn't have an outer body experience like type of game,
Right.
But yeah, this is another game.
No, that's right. Hopefully
this is another game of the Raiders game that before this I put this in too. I bet this one too.
You like this one that much? You like this one that much, huh?
I like this one.
Okay. All right. So the Houston Texans plus the 9.5 in some books is plus 8.5, but that's a good one. Can CJ Stroud show the luck up and keep it under 9? Can he? Will he? Till next time on this CJ Stroud Slow. Okay. I'm pulling out my hammer. For a team that needs this so goddamn bad. They need this win so bad.
I already know.
It's a must win. It's a win that needs to happen. So when it needs to happen, it will happen. My boy, Jay Herbs, is going down to Minnesota against Kirk Cousins, and he's going to take that man out. Give me the fucking Chargers. Pick them. It's a pick them everywhere I've been looking. Give me the Chargers to come out with a fucking victory. They have the offense. They have the bullies on the defense to kind of put the pressure on this Minnesota team. And when Minnesota feels a little bit pressured, that's when you have them where you want them. So if Jay Herbs can come out there, slow everybody down. Hey, man, it's all good. We're good. Get into the motions you want. This could be a big Chargers victory. This is exactly what they need. A road game, get away from SoFi, win, feel really good going into the week 4 and just starting to turn the tide. Because if you go 0-3, my friends, good fucking luck. So give me the Chargers as Timmy's Harvard ticket to go and beat the Minnesota Vikings down there in Minnesota as a pick 'em. That's what I got right there. So for our hammers, you got B. Gilly with the Texans plus the 9.5, and in some books it might be 9, and some books it might be 8.5, and you got Tyler going the Chargers at pick 'em. Okay, it's time for the underdog time.
Where my dogs at? You right here, dog. Where my dogs at? Right here, dog. Where my dogs at?
We're right here, dog.
Where my dogs at?
Okay. This is the part of the show where we find one of the underdogs of the week that we love. B. Gilly's already giving you some dogs, so I'm interested to see what dog he has left. So, B. Gilly, what's the dog of the week? I think we might have the same dog for some reason.
I got one thing to say. Broncos country, let's ride.
Let's ride. Woo-hoo. I'm with you there, baby.
Bro, I mean, I gotta. This is a perfect spot for the Broncos. They're gonna be undervalued. They're undervalued right now, and I believe the Dolphins are probably a little bit overvalued for being 2-0 and looking the way they have so far. You know, I understand they're on the road, the Broncos, but I think Sean Payton's gonna devise a way to kind of slow down, kind of a little bit how Bill Belichick was last week, and slow down and kind of control the game a little bit more, and hopefully keep this one close and cover the 6.5.
Yeah, I don't have much more to say besides that. Brandon, I'm also on the Denver Broncos plus the 6.5 for my underdog. We saw what the Chargers did to the Miami Dolphins run defense. There's going to be a lot of running for the Broncos to try and slow and keep Tua on that offense off the field. That defense is fast. They have some good corners, so this is the perfect matchup. I think Jalen Waddle might be a little bit banged up too, if I'm not wrong. This is I think one of the better defenses for this Miami team. Denver understands the magnitude of this AFC showdown, and I think they get that if they go 0-3, there could be some serious changes coming up. So you're going to have an all-out effort on both sides of the ball for the Denver Broncos. They get away from Mile High and they get to go to Miami, maybe get out there with some ladies and go see the Miami nightlife, come and whoop some ass. Even if they lose by 6, that's okay. Just don't lose by 7. Just don't lose by 7, you Denver Broncos. So yeah, we're both on Denver plus the 6.5. Everyone's going to be on the Miami Dolphins this week, and that's exactly why we go with Denver. Okay, Brandon, our over/under picks. This is where we find a line, a total that we like, and that we go either over or we go under on. So which one have you sourced for us this week, Beasley?
The over/under for the Colts and the Ravens game.
You go under or over?
Under 45.5. I believe.
Under 45.5. I like it. It's two teams that, aren't going to put up too much points. And even if you have Anthony Richardson starting, that's a rookie. So I like it. Under 45.5 at home for Baltimore. Okay. For me, I'm going with a Thursday night game. I think it's going to be slow plotting and give me the under of the 44.5 for the Giants and the Niners game. That speaks for itself, obviously. I think the Giants will come after Purdy and do a lot more of their their blitzing that they've done, and this is going to be a lower scoring game. So the only thing that worries me is that Danny Dimes is going to have to throw a lot more with Saquon out. Maybe Matt Breida can get some carries there in New York. But I like right now, from what I've seen on the board, give me the under the 45 or under 44.5. Okay, Brandon, we've given out 5 total picks, and I'm going to drop this shit so we can get out of here with a fucking 6-team Steve.
Here comes the money.
Yes. Dollar, dollar, ching, ching. It's the bling. Okay. It's time for us to give out 3 on my end, 3 teams on B. Gilly's end. Find those teams. It's a 6-team steam. You go ahead and give me your first 3 teams first, B. Gilly.
All right. So we're going to start off the Motown Boys, Detroit Lions. Then we're going to head over to Washington, where the Bills are going to smack down the Commanders. And then we're going to finish it up. I don't know why I put this one, but it's my third leg. And the Green Bay Packers at home. Season opener at home, I believe, for the Packers. Come on, you can't lose Lambeau.
Oh, okay. Okay, I like the season opener effect. I like that a lot. Okay, so you got Detroit, you got the Bills, you got the Packers. You can add those three and you take my three, which is the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Eagles. So the 6-team steam is the Chargers, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Detroit Lions, the Buffalo Bills, and the Green Bay Packers. I think the main issues with that 6-team team, I think Philly could be in for a loss. I went with them because they seem to be figuring it out more. But that's one where I can see a little bit of a trap game. And of course, we never know with the Chargers, but we gave you 6. That's 5 total picks plus the 6-team steam. Motherfuckers, go out there and get your money. We're gonna come back next week. We're gonna run down what we did, and we're gonna keep doing this thing until we get rich, Brandon, until we can afford a tank of dolphins to heal our wounds after a long day's work. I'm gonna keep out here NFL betting. I'm gonna keep betting. So before we ride out of here and go find us an ocean to sit in, what do you got to say? Anything to the people?
Play the book. Play by the book this weekend. So I'm gonna say, talk to me when I'm 5-0 next weekend. Because I'm playing by the book.
Playing by the book. That's why he's out here picking Houston dogs. Houston dogs.
5-0 pending. I feel it, bro. Feel it.
If he does the 5-0, I buy my first dolphin. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the TA Certified Podcast. Another great week of NFL picks. Let's go out there and make the goddamn money. We'll see you next week. Until then, peace.